Hello everyone, welcome to Be Seen. I'm Brandon and this is Comic Conversation. We are looking at 3 comics all having their introductory issue earlier this month. A Marvel tale of magic and mysticism, a DC sci-fi pulp mystery, and a crossover comedy from Image and Starbound. So let's get this show on the road. First up, Strange Academy from Marvel, written by Skottie Young, who we've mentioned here on Comic Conversation before. He was the writer of Middle West. He's also the writer of some Marvel adaptations of The Wizard of Oz that I enjoyed. So of course this was an instant pickup for me because he knows how to write youthful characters, and there are a lot of youthful characters in Strange Academy. It's like Hogwarts came to Marvel. Not really, they're very different, but very much like we've seen the X-Men and their school for gifted youngsters, we've seen Avengers Academy. Finally, now that magics have returned to the Marvel Universe, we have a school for the future generation of wizards and witches and magicians and sorcerers, whatever you will call them. Artwork is featured by Humberto Ramos and Edgar Delgado, and I really enjoyed this book. I did. There's a lot to see. Immediately you can see that we're working with a world that's much different than just wizards and muggles, because the student body is comprised of Asgardians, frost giants, demons from Limbo, humans, there's a couple of humans there, and we even see a swamp creature of some sort. I don't know what he is. He's new to me. I'm not familiar with this character. But this entire student body is coming together, and of course, when we're gonna have some sort of teen drama, we're gonna have some friction. I mean, I already mentioned the Asgardian and the Frost Giants there, and you know, they're gonna be hanging out in the same place, and they just like can't go to war. Also, Dormammu has a son, and his son is in the academy, and that in itself is weird because we all know Dormammu and Doctor Strange, enemies, so it's yeah, friction, that's happening. It's a teen drama that's gonna happen. But also we're gonna see that the faculty is just as full of character and power as the student body. It looks like our headmaster is not Doctor Strange, you would think, because it says Strange Academy, that Doctor Strange would be but he's not. It will be Brother Voodoo, who personally I enjoy more than Doctor Strange anyway, that's just my choice, but Brother Voodoo seems to be the headmaster, and we will have special appearances by people like Scarlet Witch and Hellstrom and Shaman, who, you know, from Alpha Flight, in case you don't know Alpha Flight, you know they exist. And Shaman will be showing up, and I'm happy to see that. And also Nico from The Runaways, which is actually a little surprising to me, because I don't really see her as part of, like, I don't want to say not part of the grand Marvel universe, but she's not really a superhero, which in fairness, this is not a school for superheroes. No one here, the question is kind of posed, are we superheroes now? Do we become superheroes? And they're not, they're just here to learn magic. But I still think of Nico as the teenage runaway who doesn't have her life together. So her as a teacher, very interesting to me. And you can tell that Humberto Ramos and Edgar Delgado are having a ton of fun working with all of these characters. Lots for me to enjoy because you have all these different character designs and great settings. The classrooms themselves, sure, they're, you know, classrooms, but some of them aren't just classrooms. Like one is just kind of a galaxy. It's like a room with no tables and no chairs or a chalkboard or anything like that. They're just in space. Like the classroom is just space. That's what's going on in that classroom. But also it's not happening in New York. Thank goodness we have enough stuff going on over here in New York. But they're in Nolens, and we see them on Bourbon Street. And so you got a nice little mix of people and civilization and culture. You can also see, just through some of the action that's going on, that they're gonna have a lot of fun. One of the first things we see is a tree come to life. I feel like that's a science fiction and fantasy trope. You know, I've seen it in Wizard of Oz, and I did mention a Wizard of Oz earlier. This seems to be a thing going on. I see we're tying things together. But no. Lord of the Rings had the Ent, you know, so scary trees, but also there's a lot of color, a lot of pinks and blues and orange, and it seems like we're gonna be mixing a bit of horror elements with a lot of just fun fantasy elements. No one leaning any like more in one direction. It's very evenly balanced, and it gives me very positive vibes for what to see from this comic. I'm looking forward to it. I think you should be picking it up as well. It's got me hyped. One thing I am a little concerned with artistically is that it does seem to be a little busy. For example, there's one character who seems to be in possession of a demonic jacket, and the jacket's doing all sorts of weird things. And it was both cool to see, but also a little difficult to comprehend. Maybe that's just part of the magic. Magic is hard to comprehend. I am not a magic being, but that's just my opinion. And let me know what you think. Let's keep the conversation going. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. All of your comments help get us more views. And share with your friends if you think they'll like it. Subscribe to 2B Seen so you can see more shows, not just Comic Conversation, but also Disc Dungeon and anything else we've got going on in the future. And you can always reach out to us you can reach me directly at Lewis or Brandon on Twitter and Instagram, or on Twitter you can hit us up at Comic Convo, COMICONVO. We've got a Facebook page. You know, everything, you know, but don't call us. We don't have a number. Don't find my number. Leave me alone. Let's keep it all here on the internet. Thanks everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye. Strange Adventures is the latest entry into the DC Black Label, which on its own I'm just happy about because I feel like, certainly not least, Outer Darkness Chew, a crossover sci-fi comedy featuring two of John Layman's creations.